Hello, coolers. Welcome back to another interesting episode of Viva Barça. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on two fresh reports. We start with Ansu Fati. A lot have been spoken about Ansu Fati's injury problems lately and the fear of him having issues like Samuel Umtiti. This recent report is claiming that Ansu Fati's injury has not relapsed. We are going to be discussing much on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about contract rebel Ousmane Dembele. Spanish outlet Marca have just reported that manager Xavi is still insisting on Barcelona to make a move to renew Dembele before the deadline, which is 30th of this month, which his contract expires. But guess what? Barcelona is making no move. The boss want Barca to try harder, but there's no move so far, according to report from Marca. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into those reports, please endeavor to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you are a supporter of FC Barcelona, if you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Consider liking the video and also make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barça! 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 In a positive update for Barcelona fans, Dario AS reports that teenage prodigy Ansu Fati has not suffered a relapse of his thigh injury during the international fixtures earlier this month. Fati has endured an injury-riddled past 18 months or so. The young forward was most recently sidelined with a left hamstring injury since January, before making his return in the final weeks of the 2021-22 campaign. 19-year-old Ansu Fati featured in a handful of matches upon returning and was called up by Spain manager Luis Enrique for the UEFA Nations League fixtures. However, the Barcelona prodigy did not take the field in even one of those four matches that La Roja played over the past couple of weeks. It had led to speculations that Ansu Fati had still not completely recovered from his injury, with reports even claiming that Barcelona feared that the young star could follow in the path of Samuel Umtiti and become perennially injury-prone. However, the report from Dario AS has now claimed that Fati has not suffered any relapse of injury, with the national team sources confirming to the outlet that the young star was not played as the manager did not wish to rush him back. Speaking after Spain's match against Portugal, Luis Enrique provided an update on Ansu Fati saying, "You have to trust me there. Ansu comes to help us in the long term. He still doesn't have the competition rhythm to help us as much as he would like. The public really wants to show him affection, but I'm the professional and I have to control that." And it seems like the Spain manager Enrique deemed that the young star was not in peak condition to be rushed back into action. But the report confirms that Ansu Fati took part in all team training sessions while on international duty, while he also did extra sessions by himself to get back into top shape at the earliest. So there is no relapse of injury as has been reported of late. I think that development comes with some fresh air to Barcelona fans. Of course, there was a lot of fear because I did report in my previous episode earlier today how Barca are scared that Ansu Fati missing some games in the Spanish national team in the UEFA Nations League was due to the fact that he's not fully recovered, but that is not the case. Ansu Fati is still getting stronger, he's still recovering, and of course, Luis Enrique, I fully understand him that he never wanted to rush him back. But of course, Ansu Fati is fine. Ansu Fati have no injury problems, but it was just like preventive measure not to rush him back and maybe, don't hear bad news about Ansu Fati going back to injury. But I think that was a wise decision from Luis Enrique because Ansu Fati could have not even been that sharp when it comes to playing the football game on the pitch because he had been out for a long time. So hopefully Ansu Fati continues to stay strong, and the upcoming season that we are waiting for anxiously, Ansu Fati should be the main man for Barcelona, playing every single game and of course free of injury issues. And I very much believe that with him being with us, the goals will keep coming, given the fact that Ansu Fati have an eye for goal more than every player in that team. Hopefully he stays. That's what we all hope for. We just keep our fingers crossed that Ansu Fati comes and stays. And of course, Pedri as well, a player that have been suffering injury, one of the key players of our team. Hopefully Pedri comes back as well and they stay fit for the upcoming season. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona head coach Xavi Hernandez is desperate for Ousmane Dembele to remain a part of his squad for next season, but the club hierarchy haven't budged from their last offer to the winger. Xavi is one of the Frenchman's biggest fans at the club, and internally he has been asking for an effort to be made to secure his future. Negotiations have been at a standstill for some time now, but partly due to the club's financial situation. There has been no official news or update on these fronts for a while, and it is currently unclear whether Dembele is closer to staying or going. In less than 2 weeks, he will be a free agent. At the weekend, Dembele was asked about the situation, but he simply said he was happy in Barcelona. The France international has had a mixed time at the Camp Nou since joining for an astronomical fee back in 2017 from Dortmund, but Xavi believes in him, no doubt. Only recently turned 25 years old, it is fair to believe that the former Dortmund attacker's best days are still ahead of him. Clearly, Xavi thinks so too. Back in January, when Dembele's Barcelona career looked over after contract talks stalled and the board wanted to freeze him out, it was Xavi who insisted on putting Dembele back to the team. In the final stretch of the season, when Barcelona salvaged second place after a disastrous start to the campaign, Dembele was one of the first names on the team sheet and became the side's top assist provider. Now, Xavi Hernandez wants the ball to make a final big push to convince the forward to stay, but the club have yet to budge from this last offer and the impasse continues. One of the reasons this has happened is simply because Barcelona have yet to secure the funds which would allow them to, increase Dembele's contract offer. Barcelona has a plan which has been approved by its members, but right now they are essentially still in the same position as before. Without a major sale or new sponsorship deal, Barcelona won't be able to do any transfer deals or even register the players they already have agreements for. It's really shocking to see Xavi still insisting that Barca should make a move for Dembele's renewal before June 30. I mean, I thought that this matter is all over and we're just waiting for the 30th of this month so that Dembele's contract expires and he leaves this club because he does not deserve any single euro. He does not deserve anything in any renewal. What I've come to see about Xavi is he's just like a personal like for Dembele, more of personal like, and he does not care about what is happening, does not even care about... Honestly speaking, Dembele does not deserve to stay at Barcelona any longer. He needs to leave. And Barca should not look like a coward, honestly speaking, because if Xavi is pushing Barcelona to do that, then it will be like Barca is weak. Barca is weak, and Barca should not make a player thinking that they're a weak club to dance in Dembele's tunes. It makes absolutely no sense. Definitely, I'm happy for the fact that Barca have made no move whatsoever despite Xavi's request. Barca are not doing any single thing and they have made a decision. I think that's a good move from President Laporta there and his board. We're waiting for June 30th, just less than 2 weeks away, and Dembele should leave this club and look for somebody who is more dedicated for Barcelona, who is happy to play for this batch to play. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.